Game of their pre-season tour was supposed to provide Sir Alex Ferguson's men with a sterner test after their 6-0 demolition of the Malaysian All-Stars last Sunday, but it turned out not to be the case as the new-look United tore into a Singapore select 11. At least in this fixture, it took half an hour before United opened their account, and it was Ole Gunnar Solskjær who benefited from David Beckham's cross and Roy Keane's knockdown to put the Reds into the lead. His head got there just before Ruud van Nistelrooy's.
His first goal of the tour in his first match with Ruud van Nistelrooy on the tour, and he is desperate to make an impression. You can't say fairer than that.
Singapore keeper Rez El Hassan kept the score down with two outstanding saves, first of all from Paul Scholes and then from David Beckham, before United conceded their first goal of the tour. Teenager Indra Sadran burst through to level the scores. The celebrations showing what it meant for him to score against the Premiership champions. Those celebrations were short-lived though. Phil Neville restored the lead with a well-taken right foot volley. The ball did take a deflection on the way into the net, but nobody was going to deny Phil his moment of glory.
We don't see many from him, and we don't see very much emotion there, but he's regained the lead for United. Well seen by Beckham, well finished Phil Neville.
Right on the stroke of half-time, United increased their lead when Hassan ruined all his earlier good work by allowing Ole Solskjær's shot to squirm through his hands and cross the line. That sent the Reds into the break with a 3-1 lead. David Beckham was next on the score sheet. He and Veron debated who was to try his luck from a free kick, and it was Becks who stepped up. His shot took the wicked deflection which sent the Singapore keeper the wrong way and gave United a 4-1 lead.
Not a trademark free kick. He needed the help of a deflection, but he scored for the second successive match on tour, and United are 4-1 up.
Well, I think why David's laughing is he's not only embarrassed, but he's just thinking to himself, well, there's a fluke of all flukes, but we'll take it anyway. But it doesn't take anything away from the crowd because they've certainly loved it.
Under pressure striker Dwight Yorke had been introduced to the fray at half-time, and he signalled his intentions for the coming season by bagging himself a brace. The first came after a 1-2 with Quinton Fortune.
Yorke says thank you very much. All the strikers have scored on the tour now. Dwight Yorke has deserved that one.
And the second wasn't long in coming. The striker pounced on a mistake by the Singapore defence, making it 6-1 to United. 2
for Yorke, 2 for Solskjær, 2 for Cole, and 2 for Van Nistelrooy. The strikers are all in on the act.
Ruud van Nistelrooy then took his tally to 3 goals in 2 games when he slotted the ball into the bottom corner.
He scored in successive matches. The United fans love that, and so too does Ruud van Nistelrooy.
You can bet your life with all the people that have scored the goal. He'll be thinking surely somewhere along the way he gets one, and it shows you how popular he is with all the players round him. But he's did well.
And if that was met with a crescendo of noise, the biggest cheer of the night was reserved for Fabien Barthez. He was introduced as an outfield player with 10 minutes to go. Initially, he was going to wear Beckham's number 7 shirt, but eventually appeared wearing number 14, playing on the left wing, and showing some fancy footwork. And although the 50,000 plus crowd were willing him to score, it was Ryan Giggs who finished off the rout. The Welsh international, who'd come on with 15 minutes to go, played a wonderful bit of football on the edge of the opposition's penalty area before he danced through to make the final score Singapore 1, United 8. Obviously, Sir Alex Ferguson was pleased with the performance.
Took a while to get the flow of the game going. I thought they were very competitive. But once we got a goal, and although they did score right away, that we finished the half quite well, and second half was a real good performance. So I was very pleased. They all worked hard, the lads, and the passing was good, very, very good at times.
On not an easy surface as well, I have to point out to people
at
home.
Yeah, it was a bit lively, but you know, the players have got good control, so they handled that well.
We spoke earlier about the 3 in midfield. It looked to me like it worked like a treat. Were you happy with that?
I was pleased with all the midfield. Becks, Roy, Juan, and Paul did fantastic. Movement, good imagination of the game, passing was great, and it really made it very difficult for them.
14 goals in 2 games and every striker on the score sheet. And there's still one fixture to go before the team fly home to face Glasgow Celtic, Wrexham, Bury, and of course Liverpool in the Charity Shield before the season starts in earnest on August the 19th. Paul Anthony, Red Hot News.